The Russian president surprised his Kremlin colleagues during a meeting Monday. Dmitry Medvedev began a session of the State Council and Modernization Commission by addressing the recent racial violence in the country. Our teaser Katrina Grichova reports.
The president today said that xenophobia and ethnic tensions are threatening the country's stability, and he was addressing local governors and said that they should work more closely with ethnic groups to prevent the kind of mass clashes, mass riots that happened in Moscow and in St. Petersburg on December 11th. Over 5,000 people clashed with police in these two cities. In Moscow, it was just outside the Kremlin. They were chanting "Russia for Russians" and beat ethnic minority group representatives, mostly from the North Caucasus. Those mass riots followed a killing of an ethnic Russian, the Spartak football fan representative, and 3 of the 4 suspects who were released shortly after that. Of course, it drew to ire football fans in Moscow. It also drew the ire of both the president and the prime minister, this quick release after such a short detention, and they carried out their own investigation whether those policemen were somehow under pressure to do that. Of course, it all raised concerns about a rising tide of xenophobia in the country and also the government's bungled reaction to that. Today, the president urged police to act more fiercely, to act more harshly, to disperse rioters next time.
Any attempts at inciting racial hatred and provoking violence should be stamped out with extreme prejudice. Forget about loyalties. Criminals don't have a nationality. They must be isolated and punished, regardless of their ethnic and social background.
Prime Minister Putin, who was also present at this meeting, admitted that ethnic balance that was formed in Russia through centuries is now changing, and these changes are rather painful. And Prime Minister Putin urged young football fans not to try settle scores after the games by breaking the law, and he also urged them to stay away from the radicals and extremists who had actually nothing to do with the game. It's no surprise that the country's leaders beat the alarm. The country just recently won the bid to host the 2018 Football World Cup, and of course it's unacceptable for a country which is preparing to host such a prestigious event that similar attacks and similar conflicts, clashes between football fans and police take place.